Brian and Steve here from Mainstream of America Studio. We've got our PM2000 console we're about to start cleaning up. And
analog, baby.
Analog vintage gold.
The word is analog.
How long you been sitting on this thing, Steve?
I don't know.
Long enough.
More than 1 year, more than 2 years probably.
More than 2 years?
Yeah.
Well,
Mom's garage.
Well, we're here at the Irish Heritage Center where we're going to be moving our studio into soon. We're going to open this case back up and start cleaning this baby because she needs some love. So we got the case off it. We got it opened up. This is going to be the heart of our studio. Once we get everything installed here, check out the back of this thing. Big old transformers. This thing is supposed to sound like an old API 1604. It's all those transformers, look at that. And so now we're cleaning off the channel strips because they've been sitting and had some dog hair and some party grime on them for years and years of use and love, and now it's about to have some new life.
Loving the analog.
That's a serious fader. Look at that thing. They weren't messing around. The Yamaha built this thing.
It goes up and down.
It does. It goes both ways.
Smooth. It's both ways.
All right. Well, we'll check back in a little bit. Everyone, see you later. So it is now much later than it was at the beginning of this video. So you can see all the channel strips are now out of the console. I'm going to vacuum out the little bit of dust that's in the bottom. It's not as much as I was afraid there might be, but you can see the nice wood construction of this chassis. It's really kind of beautiful. It's a beautiful wood. It almost looks like mahogany or ash or sapele, or I'm guessing it's something Japanese, but the outside is still in good shape. You got the input section up here and the output section with all the transformers and whatnot. Wiring looks good. There's this custom guy here. This is a custom piece that was put in on this console that is an old style multi-pin connector. I see it in the back there. It's reminiscent of like something Rapco or Whirlwind would do these days, but this console is definitely from before that kind of stuff was going on. So I guess I'm going to clean the meter panel here next. So I'm going to check for any loose wires or anything back here, anything that looks like it needs to be resoldered. And only took about 4 or 5 hours to clean every single individual channel strip, but it is definitely in much better shape than it was. Still need to replace a couple of knobs that are missing. A couple of the plastic covers for the bus selectors as well. Hi there, Brian from Mainstream of America Studio, Access Audio, here at the Irish Heritage Center of Cincinnati, and I got the console looking pretty good, and just going through it and testing all the channels and all the sends to all the foldbacks and the echo sends to see what does and doesn't work, because basically what I'm going to have to do is just get all the channels that have everything working and set those as the first set of inputs, so that way we know we at least have a bucket of 8, 12, 16, however many channels are fully functional. And then all the knobs too, is we're lacking some knobs. We need to find a place to go to get replacements. A few quirks on a few channels so far, but the thing about this board I really like is it's all point-to-point wiring, and I'll flip the camera around. If I can do that. No, it doesn't look like I can do that, but anyway. It's all point-to-point wiring in there. If you can see that. There's no printed PC boards, which means I can use my solder gun and to repair things with a manual and schematics if I have to. But I just noticed something super cool about this board in the final channel strip here, which is part of the monitoring section. Still need to figure out what all these patches do as far as controlling master volumes and whatnot, as well as patching the matrix. But I just found this section here, and I was just like, what the heck is this? And I figured it out. It is a tone generator. So you hear the pink noise right there, 10 kilohertz, 1000 kilohertz, 100 kilohertz, and then off. And these buttons go ka-chunk, 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 which is just awesome. I mean, how many boards have that? How many boards from this era? Oops. How many boards from this era had this? This is a late 70s, early 80s console, and I should look up by the serial number when it was actually put in production and where it went, but it's been here in Cincinnati for a long time. I love that about this board. This makes this board even more cool than it already is. Vintage Yamaha PM2000. Check it out if you aren't familiar with the console, but it's cool and it sounds nice. So anyway, more updates to come as I keep working on this thing and getting up to running order, and we're gonna put it to work. So, peace for now.